It's been a while since I've been on YouTube making videos, and I've been doing a lot of thinking. Like in my last video, I was talking about how this gaming community is very confused. I want to get a little bit more into that. Now today, I'm talking about why Nintendo is confusing our gaming community. It's the company itself and the fan base. Like the one subject that we're on, or that a lot of people have been talking about, is the Wii U. When is it supposed to come out, and what is the price on this device? Like, we never got a release date on this console, and it's almost towards the end of the year. Alright, so it should be coming out pretty soon. But I want to know when it's coming out. I want to know the exact date. And we never still got a price on this. So this is giving me a lot of skepticism. And it's not just me, there's a lot of other people as well. Like, we're also hearing about the specs of this device, and we really still don't know much about it. Like, I keep hearing a lot of people saying that this device is supposed to be HD. It's supposed to play games in native 1080p as it goes along in the years. I mean, it's going to start out in 720p, but as the system keeps going, it's going to be in 1080p, like some of the games, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I hear that it's more powerful than the PS3 and 360, and then I hear some people say that it's not going to be more powerful than the 360 and PS3. Like, which one is it? That's confusing us, you see? And I keep hearing people saying that the price might still be like $250. Now, what I gotta say is, people who think that, you're out of your goddamn mind. I mean, it's plain and simple as that. You're really out of your goddamn mind. Do you really think that they're gonna sell this device at $250? I mean, think about this. You're saying that this device is HD, supposed to play in native 1080p, and you got the gamepad, which has the screen and the controller, which I think is nice, you know what I'm saying? But that controller itself gotta cost about $100. It's not gonna be like a regular Xbox 360, PS3, or even a Wii controller. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be more than that, with the screen being in the middle, especially if the screen shows up pretty good. I'm guessing that the price is gonna be about, what, $400. There's no way they're gonna put it at $250. I mean, why would they want it at the same price as the Vita if it's more powerful? They're not going to be selling this at a gain if they do that. And that's also going to bring a lot of speculation. They're going to have people thinking that, well, the Vita might actually be more powerful than this console. They're going to think that way, believe it or not. I mean, there's no way this device is going to be less than $350, I'm guessing. I'm thinking my price point is going to be between $350 and $450, and the release date is probably going to be around, what, November or something like that. I'm just guessing. I really don't know. And the fan base is also confusing people as well too. I think you guys don't think right. I think you lack a lot of common sense. I'm not trying to be ignorant to nobody. Some of y'all might have common sense, but some of y'all don't. Like, you're the same fan base that talk too much about sales. I'm not saying the other fan base like Sony and Microsoft don't do it, because they do it, and they should stop talking about sales, especially if you don't own no money in this company. Like, what does sales really do for you? Does that make you enjoy your games? I never had sales make me enjoy my game. Never did, and never will. Alright, it's not that. You're the same guys that say that gameplay is the most important factor, but you say specs don't matter at all. Last time I checked, gameplay was part of specs, and I'm gonna explain why. Alright, you guys keep thinking that specs is all just about visuals and graphics, when it's much more than that. It's not just visuals and graphics. It also includes the design of your product, what your product does, and how your product does that. When they're showing a little bit of gameplay like how they did at E3, or if they bring this device in the GameStop or Target or wherever. That's showing you specs when you're doing the gameplay and you're showing people how you're using your device. See, that's showing you how your device does things and what it does. So yes, specs is an important factor, and specs definitely do make you enjoy a game more than the sales would. How could sales make you enjoy a game? You never think about sales when you actually play your game. And then you're the guys talking about how this console sold well, but why is it still the least used console? Now, some of y'all might come up with the excuse, well, it's almost on its way out. And that might be true, but you use that as an excuse. Use it as a cop-out. Seriously, you do. You need to stop doing that. Like, how could a product sell good and still not be used a lot? The general public didn't like it. See, that even includes the casuals. See, and that's another thing. How do fanboys want to talk about sales? You're not the determining factor of sales. It's always the casuals. Always have, always will be. Okay? So I don't even see why you come up with the sales argument, and then you're talking a lot about profit. You're saying that a company cares about you. If the company really cared about you, you would not be talking about sales. Plain and simple as that. And that goes for the other fan bases too. So that's why Nintendo is confusing us. You see, you're the guys who don't care about nothing. I mean, you say that specs don't matter, but the specs does include gameplay. I just mentioned that earlier. And then if you want to keep talking about sales, then you know the people from Sony, the fanboys from Sony, are going to talk about the sales of the PS2. You see, the PS2 was still selling strong even when the PS3 come out. I mean, people will come out with this saying that, well, yeah, the PS3 was too expensive and stuff like that, and that might be the case. But here's the thing, though: Sony products and Microsoft products still would do good because their stuff is more up to date than Nintendo's products. Okay, so the graphics do matter, the specs matter, I should say, and plus people enjoy playing with a regular controller. People don't want to use motion controls all like that. I know I don't. I mean, I'm not saying it won't be fun, but video games is more for people to relax. I don't want to see all these gimmicks and stuff like that. You know, I'm not going to be able to play that for a long period of time. You see what I'm saying? And then another thing you don't do is mention about the other features of your console. That's why it's not being used for a long period of time. I mean, you might think I'm wrong about this, but I am right. I mean, think about it. Talk about the other features like Netflix, or if it can download music, stuff like that. You can get on the internet. You got to talk about the other features as well. I mean, that's what's going to make your device sell well and actually be used well. That's the thing. The sales is not going to mean nothing. All right? And plus, if you want to talk about sales, I mean, when the Wii U actually comes out, how much is the Wii going to still be selling? It's not going to be selling at all. I bet you if the PS4 and the new Xbox comes out, the Xbox 360 and the PS3 is still going to sell, just because their technology in their devices, excuse me, is still kind of up to date, even though it's old. You see, and they got the features that people like. And plus, don't it support HD? Yes, it does. You see, so the other features in your devices do matter. That determines whether something is good or not the sales. Remember, PS3 and the 360 is going to still continue to sell. So that's part of the reason why the sales argument is kind of incomplete when you bring that the Wii it sold the most. The PS3 and 360 hasn't got done selling yet, and you fail to realize that. You gotta start remembering that. Okay? Now, I'm not trying to bash Nintendo or anything like that. I don't want them to fail. I hope the Wii U is good. But remember what I said, though. If you think that this console is supposed to be powerful, it's not going to be at a price point of $250. It's not. They're not going to be in the same range as the Vita if it's more powerful than the Vita. It's going to be more than that, okay? So stop thinking that this console is going to be cheap if it's supposed to be real good. Those are just my thoughts for today. I'm Dre Bone 777 and I'm out. Peace.